Hey guys, Sko here. We are playing some Marvel Champions. I thought it was about time I would upload some gameplay content again. This is my first play of the Justice Colossus deck that I threw together on camera. So I'm thinking of uploading these videos kind of together to just show the two steps of the process of building a deck and then testing it immediately. And I'll be kind of talking about my thoughts about what maybe is working or isn't working and what I would change in the deck in the future. So you can see a little bit of that process. I decided we would go straight for the jugular and go after the big boy, Magneto. We're just playing this standalone expert with the recommended Acolyte setup. He's going to start by dealing us an encounter card. And I think we are ready to mulligan here. So let's see what we get. Okay, our Iron Will makes this basically an auto keep. These armor ups are extremely awkward. Keeping one and staying in alter ego for an additional turn will gain me nothing. So we're going to pitch those, definitely. I wonder if blindfold or a sonic rifle is a higher value. Oh, he's going to be kind of an interesting matchup for us because before we chew through all of his schemes, he's going to have study. So our kind of confuses are not going to be worth very much. So I think I'll keep just blindfold. I would love to be able to training up blindfold and then start just slamming through his side schemes would be ideal. So I'm going to keep these two and draw 4 more. Okay, having a mission training feels great. Danger Room is maybe greater. And then I get to start my setup ability by grabbing my other copy of Organic Steel, so I have both in play. And Organic Steel is great, but I'll have to count how many cards I'm really working with here, but I feel like we are not going to be playing that today. Playing blindfold and training him is fine. Training them, I don't really know who that is, but Danger Room and then playing blindfold is even better. Okay, we're not going to be able to make a ton of economy. Not playing Iron Will this turn, how bad is that? With no Organic Steels, we'll feel pretty sad. What's the difference? Playing blindfold untrained gets us an Iron Will or an Organic Steel. I'm going to say that we're going to be fairly unreliant on Organic Steel since we're going to be able to flip so much. So I'm going to go ahead with this plan. We're going to play Danger Room, and then we're going to play Blindfold. After an X-Men ally enters play, I'll exhaust Danger Room. I will search my, let's say, deck, and discard pile. Take the other copy of my training upgrade, because now that I have Danger Room in play, I'm hoping to be able to flip fairly safely, and I don't really want to draw that card as something that I actually play like a normal human. It's going to be something I Danger Room out, so might as well thin my deck, make it more likely to hit something powerful like titanium muscles and stuff. So I'm setting myself up for this relatively strong start because my next turn is going to be kind of slow. I'm going to have a 4-card hand and most likely just play Iron Will and not do much else. So then Blindfold will trigger. After Blindfold enters play, look at the top 5 cards of the encounter deck, discard one of those cards, and put the rest back in the same order. So, interestingly, if I do not interact at all, okay, I would love to discard Acolytes, or at least make it a boost. Boost, shuffle each Acolyte. Okay, its boost doesn't matter. Let's see. So if we do not interact with this, we're getting 2 boosts on the attack, then Acolytes, then no boost, then an advance, and that kind of stinks. If I just pitch the Acolytes, I'm getting 2 boost, then an assault with no extra damage. I think this is pretty fine. I'm happy to take 2 attacks. And the top of the thing is a boost effect I don't really care about. All right, yep, let's just discard Acolytes. Call this a day. Meanwhile, Blindfold can go ahead and thwart this side scheme for 3. Boom. Which will flip it to the other side, which also comes in with 3. I will flip Peter over to his hero mode, gain tough, Which, by the way, if you remember from my Colossus video, I don't actually have tough status cards. I just use these yellow tokens. So hopefully those show up well for you guys. If not, I'm sorry. Using my 1 thwart on the main doesn't feel horrible, to be honest. But also I'd be very happy to just ping his tough with my attack. I wonder what kind of situation am I in? I don't need to do damage yet. I'm just going to thwart for 1, actually. Next turn I'm going to Iron Will. Yeah, let's leave that. I'm going to ping his tough off. Because next turn, even my basic thwart could be for 2 points, actually. So we will untap everything, and we actually know what's going to happen. I'm going to take 1 on my tough, and then I'm going to take 3 damage straight up. We'll give them 2 magnet counters, which does stink. Okay, hey, this is almost as undead as this possibly could be, because I get to establish Deft Focus and also play Iron Will. I'm passing up 2 pretty good cards to do that, but that's how it is. All right, we're going to get a threat on the main scheme, and Magneto will activate against me. Oh, I guess I have 1 additional card I don't know about. We are not going to defend that attack. He is going to get a boost of 2. That's going to remove my tough status card, and his response will trigger and place a magnet token on the main scheme. And if you don't think those tokens look like magnets, I apologize. You are correct. Then he'll deal me an encounter card, which is an assault. And then we're going to reveal the first one that he gave us for when stage 2 was revealed. And that is a side scheme. When defeated, the player who defeated this scheme discards the top 4 cards of the encounter deck. That player places 1 magnet counter on the main scheme for each magnetic card discarded this way. Okay, honestly, an amplify icon is something that I'm pretty happy to ignore for a while because I have loads of health and toughs all the time. So probably I'm going to be chewing through his side schemes faster than I'm going to care about that because I'm much more interested in getting rid of his steady so I can start confusing him. Anyway, his second encounter card is going to be an assault, so he's going to attack me. We're going to just take that on the face. Unless we think defending is worth, I don't think so. So he's going to get a boost card, which we already know is 0. Amplify will make it worth 1, so he's going to deal 4 damage to us. So now we have a normal human amount of HP all of a sudden. Also, his response will trigger again. We're at 2 magnet counters. So next turn, we're kind of dealing with 2 encounter cards again, which is a shame. But anyway, now it's our turn. What we are going to do is spend a card for Deft Focus, activate Deft Focus, play Iron Will for only 1. Now, let's see here. I don't need Wrecking. I think I want to flip. So he's really likely to pass this scheme. It's something I'm not super afraid of him doing because we have 3 stages anyway. So yeah, does my basic thwart matter if I'm just deciding that he's going to flip? No, probably not. I have to choose whether I want to take 2 damage onto his health right now or use Colossus to put 2 thwart off of that Amplify side scheme. I think we will go ahead and thwart the side scheme for now. So Colossus will thwart the side scheme for 2. Blindfold is going to thwart Sabotage Master Mold for 3. We are going to switch that out for Orbital Decay. Because him attacking me would give me a magnet card anyway, I'm kind of just going to flip and let the scheme advance and dodge that card at the expense of losing a scheme stage. We'll see later if I feel like that was a good idea. And then at the end of our turn, we're going to flip down to Alter Ego, which means we get to Aspiring Artist a card back in. I would love to see Organic Steals again, but also Armor Up would kind of be a pretty sweet bailout right now. Kind of tough, honestly. Yeah, let's take the Armor Up. We'll see. Drawing into that would be awfully convenient. But yeah, I feel good. He's going to complete Scheme Stage 1, maybe do something gnarly. I don't mind that much. We can afford to do that in this scenario kind of early on. We are going to untap, draw 6 cards, hopefully an ally that we could training. Banshee with a training feels pretty good. Ooh, Peter's Studio is amazing. Okay, we are pretty happy with this. Then we're going to move into the villain phase. So we'll place a threat on the main scheme. Then he'll activate against us with a scheme, which we didn't draw armor up, did we? No, okay. He will scheme for 1, 2, 3, give him a tough status card and an additional boost card. 3, exhaust each ally you control. That's pretty lame, but it's okay given this game state. So he places more than 2 threat on the main scheme, which will cause it to advance. So level 2. When revealed, place 1 magnet counter here. If Sabotage Master Mold is not in the victory display, it is. Bad things happen, but we are keeping pace with him. So we have 1 threat on, 1 magnet counter, and now it has a 6 threshold. And he will deal us an encounter card. Alter Ego, I'm confused. Place 1 threat on the main scheme for each magnet counter on it. That is a pretty gnarly effect, honestly, but hitting us at a very good time. So, all in all, that was a pretty solid flip for us. I'm happy with that. Let's see what we're doing here. I love the Peter Studio, so we're gonna roll right into that. Let's activate it. Discard cards from your deck until you discard a Colossus card. Add that card to your hand. Let's see if it's something I just want to pitch as a resource or use. Okay. Armor up. So I could stay Alter Ego and draw additional cards. Or I could just spend these all as resources to get myself a big trained Banshee. That's pretty fine. Don't want to play Steel Fist yet. Prof X is kind of the same thing. Yeah, I can flip over, take my tough on his next attack and stuff. So we will play Banshee, spending all 4. It is an X-Men ally, so we are going to be able to activate Danger Room, take that mission training that we pitched into our discard pile, and throw it back on. So our kind of plan for building this deck is kind of working so far, at least the X-Men ally mission training kind of part. We're really happy with that. We're crushing through his side schemes. If they were to reveal a gnarly side scheme, we would kind of be on top of that. That's working pretty well. We haven't actually hit the confused parts, but that doesn't really matter because Magneto is steady until now. So Banshee will thwart Orbital Decay, will get Physical Strain attached to Magneto, so he no longer has steady. Good for us. Peter, we're going to go ahead and flip over to Colossus. We'll get a tough status card, and I think we're actually just going to thwart to pop this Confuse, because who needs to pop toughs anytime soon? Not me. The last time I did, he just got it right back. And we're ready to move on. Okay, so thinking about chumping in order to play Steel Fist next turn is definitely a real thing. It'll be sad if he gets an extra attack, but otherwise getting that free flip will be really nice. I think we're going to mostly be on the plan to like Steel Fist and hold Titanium Muscles is kind of my general plan. Let's see how that plan works out. He puts a threat on the main scheme. He activates against me. I don't really want to because she still has 2 activations left, but I'm actually going to defend with Blindfold. So he's going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage to her, so she will die. After he attacks, he places a magnet counter on the main scheme. And then he will deal us an encounter card, which I really hope is not an attack. It is not. It is a guard minion. So we are pretty happy here. Let me see. That guard is extremely awkward because we cannot kill it. Actually, we are ultimately going to be good here. Wow, this is pretty tight. Okay, so we'll play Titanium Muscles, paying these 2 resources. Then that is going to give us +1 attack. So Colossus is going to be able to basic attack M-type Sentinel for 3 damage. Banshee is going to be able to attack N-type Sentinel for 2 damage. That will destroy our guard minion, and when defeated, he will give Magneto a tough, which he already has. Then I'm going to use Depth Focus and Titanium Muscles to play Steel Fist. I'm going to lose the 5 damage, but that's fine. It's been ruled that this 5 damage can still be paid as a cost, even if it's pinged off of Tough. And then afterwards, I will choose to discard a Tough status card from my enemy to stun and confuse that enemy. So actually, that Titanium Muscles ended up being perfect. I get to trigger Iron Will and draw a card. Bulletproof Protector. It's a little late for that. I think I am wanting to immediately flip down and just kind of get used out of my various shenanigans. At least draw 6 cards. So we'll go ahead and do that. I'll flip down. I'm actually going to hold this because it's going to be a nice way to just churn through cards with Iron Will and top myself up to 2 Toughs. Let's rock and roll. Okay, finally seeing Lockjaw. It's always good. We will place a threat on the main scheme. He will activate against me with a scheme, which is going to be replaced by Confuse, and then he'll deal us an encounter card. Unused. I have no idea how to pronounce her name. I'm sorry. She's tough. She has teamwork and a win defeated effect. He's going to get Tough or healed, which he's already... Oh, I did ping off his Tough, I guess. So he'll get Tough back yet again. That is fine, is what we say to that. So, I like the idea of a Storm. I like Bulletproof Protector. The advantage of playing Storm in Alter Ego mode is getting her mission traininged, which is pretty nice. We can spend all 4 of these on that. I guess let's draw a card first with Peter Studio. I don't know what I have left in here. Oh, I definitely forgot to Aspiring Artist when I flipped over here. That's too bad. Don't be bad like me. All right, so Shadowcat is just cheaper and better than Storm for us. I think we are very happy to get a trained Shadowcat out. So let's go ahead and... I wonder if Made of Rage is something I want to pop off this turn. There's a small chance that that is going to happen. Let's see here. Which of these is the least helpful? I guess Made of Rage, probably. I'm unlikely. I would love to kill that enemy, but I can do that with basic attacks fairly easily. Alright, we're going to play Shadowcat, paying these 3 cards. We will activate Danger Room because I'm in Alter Ego, and I'll get that second mission training. So I'm noticing that 2 copies of mission training is actually working really well, because it is really unlikely for me to want a 3rd one. But the fact that we started with a Danger Room is kind of coloring my opinion of that for sure. Alright, Danger Room was all I really needed to do in Alter Ego, besides already doing Peter's Studio. So let's go ahead and flip to Hero Mode, and we'll get our Tough status card. And then we're going to go ahead and play Bulletproof Protector. So I will discard a Tough status card from my hero. That's going to trigger Iron Will. I get to draw a card. And then I will choose to give my hero 2 tough status cards. Okay. Can spend one on already. That sounds not good. The fact that Titanium Muscles pays for the van straight up feels worth doing. I don't know what I'm going to draw off of other stuff, so I'll just cash this in while I can. So we'll produce 2 resources to play under surveillance. So now the main scheme threshold is at 10. He is stunned. We are going to... What's a good even way to defeat this enemy? It's kind of no good way, unfortunately. That Tough is always going to be annoying. That's too bad. Well, using all 3 of my characters' activations to kill that minion, I guess, is what we're gonna do. Let's start by seeing if we get a magnetic effect that we care much about. Banshee is going to thwart this side scheme for 3. We'll just get this Amplify out of here. When defeated, I'm going to discard the top 4 cards and do something based on however many magnetic cards I discard. So discarding shadows is awesome. So there was 1, which means I place a counter on the main scheme. So I will trigger the magnet effect. Discard until a magnetic card and reveal that card. Nice to miss Master of Magnetism. All right. Metal shards deal 1 damage to each character you control and place 1 magnet counter on the main scheme. So I'm going to leave it with 1. We're going to take 1 damage on everyone. The 1 damage that hits me is going to ping a tough, which will get me a draw from Iron Will. And the Banshee is conveniently still alive because he has loads of health. Steel Fist is the kind of thing that I want to hold on to for future use. So, okay, that was not so bad. We are going to game time him like we kind of planned. He will attack Unused, however you say it, to ping her tough. Shadowcat will attack to do 2 damage. Colossus will attack for 3 damage to defeat her. So we didn't get to use any of those resources to thwart the main scheme, unfortunately. But we did drop the van, so it's actually pretty safe, even if you were to advance right now. I am pretty happy to hold both of these cards. They're going to dig me deeper into my deck and reapply statuses on him. So we are good to go forward. One, two, three, and a 4th card. Nice. Hey, now we can start developing that sonic rifle. Although it's kind of outclassed by Steel Fist is kind of our problem. Alright, we get a threat on the main scheme. He won't attack us because he's stunned. He'll deal us an encounter card, and we have 2 to deal with. First is Caught Off Guard. Discard an upgrade or support I control. That is a tough decision. These are all really good. I guess Danger Room is the least likely to catch value anytime soon. I've already burned through his side schemes, and the van puts me in a comfortable position. So I'm going to keep all my economy options and lose Danger Room. Second is an attack. So he'll take the topmost magnetic card. It's going to be 4 boosts. I did not notice that. That was so big. Magneto will activate against me. So I don't want to take this on a tough very much because I would much rather Steel Fist this turn. So we are going to block with Banshee. He's going to get a total of 5 boost icons. So Banshee is going to take 8. And after he activates, he will place a magnet counter on the main scheme. That is okay. Let me see. It is our turn here. We are going to Bulletproof Protector first. Discard a tough status from my hero. Draw from Iron Will. Sorry, pointed at the wrong card. I am going to choose to give my hero 2 tough status cards, which will power up Titanium Muscles to be worth 2. So it's going to generate 2 resources. We'll play Steel Fist, deal 5 damage to Magneto, discard a tough status card from ourselves, draw from Iron Will, to stun and confuse him. That means I'm pretty happy to flip Alter Ego. Let's see, what are we going to do here? Shadowcat's going to thwart the main scheme for 3, get that a little more under control, and she could clean it with game time, and then we Sonic Rifle, or I hold on to Steel Fist. Seems like there was no way to get good deft focus usage this turn. Okay, we'll definitely let's game time Shadowcat for some damage. She'll ready and basic attack Magneto for 2. We will take Colossus and attack him for 3. And we are going to... I could just flip Alter Ego and be able to hold Steel Fist for just more damage next turn. Seems pretty good. I suppose we'll do that. I'll flip down to Alter Ego, which will let me Aspiring Artist my Steel Fist. Just put damage back in the deck. I think we're ready to kind of do our best to unload. We can activate Peter's Studio to draw an armor up That's not going to be playable because he's statused. So we will go ahead and play Sonic Rifle with these 2 cards. Comes in with 2 charge counters, and I can't fire it because I'm in alter ego mode. That's all for right now. We will ready, draw up. All right, this deck is doing really well. Kind of feels like we're singing. The Sonic Rifle hasn't actually contributed anything, but I think we were just sort of lucky with getting our permanents kind of early. I still like that inclusion. That threat is going to go up. He is going to pop Confused against me, and he'll deal us 1 encounter card. When revealed alter ego, you are confused. Place 1 threat on the main scheme for each magnet counter on it. So it goes to 5 out of 10. And then it will be our turn. Let's go ahead and draw with Pewter Studio. This card is awesome. Get myself a Steel Fist. There's nothing else I need alter ego for, so we are going to flip to hero mode. We will trigger our hero response to take our second tough. And now what? I can do 2 Steel Fists pretty easily and play an ally. We're probably going to just rip off some damage, I'm guessing. Okay, let us use Deft Focus and a Sonic Rifle, let's say, to play Steel Fist. I will lose. I want to do that on my second one, don't I? Okay, so my first one, when I have 2 physical resources from Titanium Muscles, is when I want to play Steel Fist. So I will deal 5 damage to Magneto. I will stun, or I will choose to pay a tough status card, draw off of Iron Will, and I will stun and confuse that enemy. Of course, only one of those things will happen. Then we are, Bulletproof Protector can recharge us, I guess. Let's go ahead and Steel Fist number 2. We have even a 3rd copy chilling in the deck, so I don't mind cashing this in just for damage. We will activate Deft Focus first and spend, let's say, Sonic Rifle on this Steel Fist just to do 5 damage to him. I'm going to choose not to discard the tough. We're just going to defeat Magneto stage 2. We're going to reveal stage 3. He is tough, and he deals us a card, and he has 22 health. He's feeling 22. Then what? We will, do I want to use Sonic Rifle as that, or just Angel mostly? I guess these cards are not doing a lot for me, unfortunately. Oh, this can kind of cantrip, I suppose. All right, we'll start with this. Or do I want to rip damage with this? Nah, I'll start with it. All right. So we're going to play Bulletproof Protector, discard a tough status card from our hero, draw with Iron Will, and then choose to apply 2 tough status cards to our hero. Marvel Girl is a pretty awesome ally. Let's see. So yeah, we're still not able to play 2 allies no matter what. We can just play any of these allies of my choice. Blindfold would kind of let us lock down the game, but I think I'm going to play Marvel Girl and hold on to Angel as just a cheap option for a future turn. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Let's play Marvel Girl with these 3 resources. Does anyone want to actually thwart? Shadowcat can go ahead and thwart for 3. All right, Shadowcat will thwart for 3. We'll have Marvel Girl attack Magneto for 1, just to ping off his tough. Colossus will basic attack Magneto for 3, and we're going to cash in Sonic Rifle, its first activation of the game, and do 3 damage to Magneto because he is confused. We are going to call that a day. I don't even mind that I'm confused because I almost never thwart anymore, especially with an ally suite like this. I'm going to keep Angel in my hand just as some cheap chump blocker action, and we are going to rock and roll. Okay, got some good stuff going on. We'll place a 3rd threat on the main scheme. Magneto will be stunned against me, and then he will get deal us a second card, and reveal these. First off, Metal Shards. Deal 1 damage to each character I control. That is a shame because that will defeat Shadowcat, which makes game time pretty dead. It also will ping a tough off of me, which sucks. I do get to draw from Iron Will as a consolation prize. Also, this will place a magnet counter on the main scheme, so I have to trigger the main scheme. Discard until I hit a magnet card. Electromagnetic Blast. Exhaust each upgrade and support you control. Place a magnet counter on the main scheme. So I'm going to end it with 1. And his original second encounter card is another Electromagnetic Blast. So everything gets double exhausted, and he places another counter on the main scheme. Great. So this is one of those times where I'm really happy that Iron Will doesn't need to exhaust to do its thing. We are going to have fairly low output this turn, I suppose. Man, I would love... We can have Organic Steel and Angel if I... Oh no, I can't Peter Studio. I really only have one... I can play 1 card. It can be Lockjaw, it can be Organic Steel, or it can be Angel. Let's just go for damage, kind of go for the jugular, spend Lockjaw and Power of Justice, I think. For Angel, Angel can go ahead and get in for 2 damage. Colossus will get in for 3. I think we're just going to flip down and feel pretty safe in Alter Ego since he is confused, just like me. When I do that, I will remember to trigger Aspiring Artist this time. I want damage, so we'll just mix Steel Fist right in there. And we are, you know, honestly feeling like we're in a pretty good position. He has to do quite a lot to kill us from here. Neither of these are a lot of damage up front, so I'm going to pitch them both. Drawing up. Steel Fist is great. All right, he's going to place a threat on the main scheme. He's going to be confused, and then he'll deal us a single encounter card of Delgado, Retaliate, and Teamwork. And he does not have guard, so let's see. Some simple math tells me that we have 11 damage. So we're going to flip, or we're going to activate Angel, we'll do 2 damage. Marvel Girl will do 1 damage. And die. We will flip to hero mode. Remember to gain our status card. We're going to attack for 3. And then we're going to play Steel Fist for 5 damage and the kill. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed that gameplay. That deck performed very well. I was especially impressed with the suite of the allies, and getting Danger Room early was kind of cheating, but I like having a Sonic Rifle kind of as extra copies of Steel Fist, although Steel Fist is always going to be kind of cheaper and better. But I just felt very secure against a non-steady villain, being able to flip very easily. Felt like a very powerful list. So thank you guys for watching. See you at the next video. Peace.